There are airplanes that, upon release, promise to revolutionize general aviation. Fast, modern, powerful, a dream come true for any pilot or owner. But over time, those promises disappeared in the face of problematic engines, impossible maintenance, and design decisions that seemed straight out of a nightmare. Today on Aviation India, we're showing you. Planes so bad, no one wants them, even for free. Yes, you heard that right. Some of these aircraft have such serious or expensive problems that even as a gift, they're not worth keeping. And if you've ever thought about buying one, you better watch this video all the way through. Beechcraft Duke B60. At first glance, the Beechcraft Duke B60 looks like an elegant, fast, and imposing twin-engine aircraft. Its pressurized cabin, full instrumentation, and commanding design made it seem perfect for executives or demanding private pilots. But once you start those Lycoming TIO 541 engines, the nightmare begins. They're extremely heat-sensitive, have a short lifespan, and require constant and expensive maintenance. Many owners report overheating even on short flights. And to make it worse, the pressurization system regularly fails without warning. Fuel consumption? An environmental crime. About 34 gallons per hour, 130 liters. Add to that expensive parts, low market demand, and the fact that very few mechanics actually understand this plane. The result? Abandoned Dukes sitting in hangars all over America. Nobody wants them, nobody buys them, and those who own one would rather keep it hidden. Piper Aerostar 601P. Designed by the legendary Ted Smith, the Aerostar 601P was meant to bring a jet-like feel to general aviation. And in terms of speed, it delivered 285 knots in cruise, over 25,000 feet of altitude thanks to a pressurized cabin. But here's the catch. This plane doesn't forgive mistakes. It demands a level of attention and precision that not every pilot has. The center of gravity is extremely sensitive, wing loading is high, and approach handling is nervous at best. Many accidents occurred due to small oversights. And as if that weren't enough, accessing the engine compartment is a nightmare. Poor ventilation leads to overheating, and maintenance can cost more than the plane itself. Beautiful? Yes. Fast? No doubt. Practical, reliable, safe? Not even close. Cessna 336 Skymaster. The Cessna 336 was a unique concept. Instead of the usual wing-mounted engines, it had one in front and one in the rear of the fuselage. The goal? Eliminate asymmetric thrust in case of engine failure. One of the biggest risks in twin-engine aircraft. The result? Disappointing. The model has fixed landing gear, a huge aerodynamic disadvantage. The rear engine, squeezed between the fuselage and tail, easily overheats, and mechanics hate working on it due to poor access. At a mediocre cruise speed of only 140 knots, low payload, and a hot, noisy cabin. Spare parts are extremely hard to find because very few were ever built. Want one? Some are literally being given away. And still, no one wants them. Grumman American AA5. The AA5 was designed as a budget alternative to the Cessna 172 or Piper Cherokee. Its simple design and low price attracted many first-time buyers. But the aircraft is so bare bones, it becomes dangerous. The airframe is mostly glued, not riveted. That makes it hard to detect corrosion or metal fatigue. The fixed landing gear barely absorbs impact, and air inlets and electrical systems are prone to failure in extreme conditions. Performance? Weak. Just 115 knots, limited range, low payload. And while it's easy to fly, handling in bad weather leaves a lot to be desired. Many mechanics refuse to work on it. And the resale market? Close to zero. Mooney M22 Mustang. The M22 was Mooney's attempt to enter the world of pressurized aircraft. The result? One of the brand's most unreliable models. Sure, it flies at over 230 knots and reaches high altitudes, but the pressurization system fails constantly. The hydraulics are prone to leaks, and the center of gravity is so delicate that loading it properly is practically a science. It was a commercial failure. Only a few were built, spare parts are nearly impossible to find, and most mechanics avoid it. Many now sit with collapsed landing gear and permanently leaky cabins, forever grounded. Pzl Wilga 35. The Wilga 35 was built in Poland for rural tasks, patrols, parachute drops, agricultural work. And it does the job painfully, loud, vibrating, uncomfortable. The Soviet AI-14R radial engine is tough, but outside Eastern Europe, it's nearly unserviceable. It constantly needs oil, rare parts, and mechanics with 1960s know-how. It barely reaches 90 knots, burns around 13 gallons per hour, 50 liters, and the cabin is a resonating torture chamber. After 15 minutes of flight, you're deaf and regretful. Today, many Wilgas lie under torn tarps at remote airfields. Even museums don't want them. Rockwell Commander 685. The Commander 685 was supposed to be the flagship of the Commander family. Pressurized cabin, room for 9 people, 2 Lycoming IO, 540 engines with 350 HP each. It sounded like the perfect executive aircraft. But reality had other plans. The pressurization system leaks constantly and demands ongoing maintenance. The engines are massive fuel hogs. Together, they consume over 40 gallons per hour, 150 liters. Merciless. And that's not all. Many hydraulic and electrical components are exclusive to this model and extremely hard to replace. Often, it's cheaper to scrap an entire plane than to replace a single part. The instrument panel is a mess. Poorly placed switches, duplicate gauges, and a logical layout. More confusion than navigation. Landing gear, fragile, expensive, and equipped with actuators that fail after just a few cycles. The market quickly rejected it. Few were made, and many ended up abandoned. Today, you'll find rotting Commander 685s with damn cockpits, dead electronics, and engines that haven't run in years. A plane that promised luxury and status and became an expensive wreck. Even for free, it's a nightmare. Many of these planes seem like bargains at first glance. Cheap, available, unique. But the moment you inspect them, the truth comes out. Busted engines, impossible to find parts, maintenance costs that exceed the purchase price, and a reputation so bad, even the boldest pilot won't sign the deal. General Aviation is full of hidden gems, but also full of design flops, risky experiments, and aircraft that should have stayed in the hangar. And what about you? Would you get in one of these planes? Or do you know another model that belongs on this blacklist? Tell us in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, give us a like, subscribe to Aviation and Dia, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our wild stories from the world of general aviation. Until the next flight.